This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. We want to say a big thanks to new Patreon supporters Patty G, Hannah B, and Beth M for their generous support on Patreon. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to help us out and keep the lights on here at Is This Adulting headquarters, you can head on over to patreon.com/isthisadulting, or you can help us by clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. Thanks.
Hi, this is your best friend April from Herndon, Virginia, and you're listening to Is This Adulting?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, the mental health comedy podcast you never knew you needed. I'm your best friend and sometimes shirt wearer, Stephen Pappas. Oh God.
Oh.
No, please God, no.
Hey everybody, it's me, Dave Matthews. No, sorry, I just had to play that, y'all. I'm not even like pro or anti Dave Matthews. I'm somewhere in the middle, but I heard that song a couple days ago, and I can't stop walking around to ants marching everywhere I go.
I'm very anti.
I'm best friend number 2, Chris Grimmett.
Oh my God.
I can't stop, y'all. I cannot stop. I'm back. I've been gone for a while.
Yeah, you left us. I had to do the podcast all by myself, but then I didn't because Megan from Oh No Lit class stepped in, and thank you very much to Megan for doing that. That was amazing. You missed a fun conversation, though.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm back.
I'm gonna forgive you, just so you know. I think we've been friends long enough that I'm gonna let it slide. Just this once. If you ever do it again, I swear to God.
Kind to me right now. Okay, there we go. I was wondering.
Yeah, I know. I'm being too nice. I'm not usually nice. Which is why I brought a guest this week, because I didn't want to sit here and talk to you. As every week, we can't do this thing alone. So we've got another best friend with us. Here comes
Dave
all
Matthews.
the names of things, y'all. So you know her from the web series The Residuals, the True Crime Obsessed podcast, my so-called podcast, and the incomparable The Hamilcast. Please welcome Gillian Pensavalle to the show. Hey, Gillian.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
That is quite an intro. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, well, I
mean it.
I didn't want him to get an intro, like much of an intro, so I felt like I needed to really give you one.
Okay. I'm here for all of this.
Plus,
Look, I'm willing to share my Dave Matthews intro if you want. You just tell me.
You know, I'm all right. I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna pass on the DMB, but I appreciate the offer.
that would be the name of my autobiography. Is I'll pass on the DMB.
I'll pass. Absolutely.
That would be my life. Well, we're gonna get into everything in just a second, but hey, first, do you want to tell people where they can find you on the interwebs and/or your home address?
I'm again pass on the home address. That can go in the Dave Matthews column. But
That's
you
fair.
can find me. I'm at Gillian with a G. That's where I do things. But I don't do so much anymore because I'm just like strictly at the Hamilcast now. And you can go to thehamilcast.com for all 120 something eps of the thing if you so choose.
You should so choose because it's a wonderful
So
show.
many eps.
So many, seriously, so many. I have so many that iTunes, for some reason, I don't know why, iTunes cuts off. They only show the first 100 or something. So I get a lot of emails of people saying, "Where can I get the other 20?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, that's what websites are for." But it sucks that iTunes does that, or Apple Podcasts, whatever we're supposed to call it now.
Yeah, I think it's Apple Podcasts, but I still call it iTunes.
Yes, you and everybody else.
Yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, that's weird. But hey, if you haven't listened to the Hamilcast, what are you doing? You big weird goof? Go listen to the Hamilcast. It's great. It's early on, very early on at this point. You were breaking down the biography that Ron Chernow wrote about Alexander Hamilton, which is amazing. And
yeah, I'm getting back to that this summer, I promise.
As you should. It's what I've read of it is great. I have not finished reading it. But I will.
Same.
So I'll get on
Same.
that. But it's amazing. Definitely check out the show. But okay, well, before we get into the mental health check-in and all the fun stuff, we have to do that really dull thing that everybody hates doing, and that is housekeeping. But I'm really excited about housekeeping this week because I get to say thank you to a few lovely human beings. So lately, there's been a trend in our podcast community of listeners, and that is sending Steven Funko Pop vinyls in the mail. It's not been a bad trend. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of love this trend. So I want to say thank you, specifically here in the last little bit, to Emily R. and Katie C., who sent me pop vinyls in the same week. And I ended up with a Isabel from Saga, which is amazing. I got a Gerard Way from the Black Parade. And they sent me, to help soothe my soul over our loss 10 years ago, they sent me a little Sebastian. And I very much appreciate that. I actually sang to it at one point last week. I did sing to it tearfully, Bye Bye Little Sebastian. And
5,000 candles in the wind, of course.
He is. He's 5,000 candles in the wind, and I love him. So I just want to say thank you to you lovely folks. And, keep those pop. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, I think that's all the housekeeping we have. I just wanted to say thank you. Chris, do you have housekeeping?
Everyone send Stephen multiple pop vinyls of Dave Matthews.
No,
I don't know if they have them, but I want every possible one that they came up with.
They should not. If they do, they should not.
Too late. Send only those.
That's hot garbage. Anyway, well, hey, we're gonna start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So Chris, how you been this week?
Not good.
Awesome. Cool.
That's the best way to describe it. I've had a rough last couple weeks. I think the thing that has become frustrating is there becomes a point where you're just dealing with so much stuff that your brain starts to become foggy, and you're fortunate, one, to get a sentence out, two, to get anything done. And I feel lately I've given about as much as I can give, and I've been running on fumes, and I had a really great weekend, but it's a bummer when you have a really restful weekend and you come out of it and you're still not rested. Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of where I am right now. There's a couple times the other day Kate just kind of texted me to check in because she knew I wasn't doing that great, and it was just kind of the same thing throughout the day of just, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I know I'm really grumpy and I don't want to talk to anyone, and I want to just close off into a room and watch YouTube and go down the deep dark holes that provides, so I can learn about every possible thing in the world, as well as many things I don't want to learn. And I don't know, it just lately I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff from work and personal, and really too many just to kind of list here, but so that has been difficult. But the one positive thing I can at least kind of turn to is I went with some friends and did so I don't like working out. I don't think that is by any means a controversial opinion for many,
right?
But there are some who do love it. So I don't like working out. I don't like doing those type of things, but I do enjoy doing outside activities with people. That's the one thing that I'm cool with, it being a sneaky workout, as long as I'm talking with people and I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm sweating too much. So I did. I went and played soccer, something that I really enjoy and haven't played in 6 months. And I have friends that play consistently, and so I went and did that again. And so they always talk about how when you start working out consistently, you start feeling better. And I definitely felt a lot better yesterday when I did that. And then I woke up today, and then I remembered I haven't worked out in 6 months. And so I have been walking around almost like a mummy throughout the entire day. And I had so many times today where someone was like, "Hey, Chris, can you come here for a second?" And I was like, "Oh my God, screw you. I don't want to stand up at all." And so yeah, sure. And I take 2 minutes to just breathe before I stand back up. So I'm hurting right now, but I will say that I am glad I did that. I think when you are most depressed, that's when you definitely don't do things that are good for you. And so the fact that I forced myself to get up and actually do that was encouraging. So I will say that's been the one positive thing. And otherwise a pretty overwhelming last few weeks. I'm going to speak with my doctor and possibly get some changes to my medicine, because I just don't think that it's working very well. And, so I'm not doing amazing, but I am definitely grateful to be here again and kind of talk and meet a new friend. So Gillian, how are you doing this week?
I'm thank you for saying all that. We've known each other for just a couple minutes, and that I just think that it's very cool that I just enjoyed hearing you talk about it. Not because you're going through not the best week.
Yeah,
I just think it's
totally
awesome.
understand what you're saying.
I am a little stressed out. I'm super excited because I'm going to Las Vegas on Thursday.
Whoa.
For the first time ever. And I'm going to go see Hamilton and do like a recording there. And so I don't go on vacations a lot because as a freelancer with multiple projects, that's sort of not a thing. Like, I don't get a tax return. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. So, and when you have podcasts and things that are released on a weekly basis, it's hard for me. Like, I'm excited. Oh, it's going to be 5 days in Vegas. It's going to be my first vacation since our honeymoon 5.5 years ago. But there's still a ton of stuff to do before I go. And it's all great, but it's like, I've been making like tons of lists, and some of them are fun lists about where should we go to dinner, and some of them are like, if I don't get this episode done by this time, because I don't want to have to think about it. Like, I want to be able to go and relax. And of course, like, I'm doing a recording when I'm there. I'm still making it so that I'm working on my vacation. My husband is like, enough with the working already. So I'm excited, but I just like, I have a lot on my mind, and I feel like recently in the last couple weeks and months, my response to everything is I have to work, or I have this to do, or I have so many things to do, or I'm not even halfway through my list. And I feel like that's annoying to other people who are not in it.
Sure.
But I'm really excited, and I don't like planes, so I'm excited. I like traveling. I want to pack. Like, I like packing. I'm a crazy person, but I just think it's fun. Like, I'm happy. I'm excited to go to the airport super early. Like that, all that stuff is fun for me, but the takeoff is not. And I just keep thinking like, this plane's just going to stop working. Why won't it just stop working? It doesn't make any sense that we're up here without like. Are you guys Harry Potter people?
Yes.
Are we Harry
Of
Potter?
course
Okay,
we
excellent.
are.
So you know how like when they were asking all the questions to make sure that, okay, like this is my question, and I'll ask you to make sure that you're really you and it's not some spell that's like Voldemort.
Yep.
And Mr. Weasley's question, it's like the one thing he would ask a Muggle is, how do you get planes to work without magic? And that is so real to me, because I'm just like, I don't like doing this at all, but I'm excited otherwise, and I get to see Hamilton in a new city, and I get to see friends of mine that I haven't seen in a while, so it's going to be very, very fun.
Yeah.
And like you were saying about working out, I just started Couch to 5K. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I do.
Yeah, and I tried. My husband is way more athletically inclined than I am, and it was my idea. I was like, let's wake up early and go running. Let me try that. I hate running, but maybe I can try it. And then I just sort of dove into the deep end like I do, and I was running like way too long for a person who sits and edits all day and podcasts all day. And I would come home and I would fall asleep for like 3 hours because my body is like, why are you doing this to me? And I started hating it more and more as I was doing it. And I was like, this is not working, but I like how I feel before and after, much like going on a plane. So I decided I'm going to do Couch to 5K because it's a smaller thing and it's not overwhelming, and it's in intervals and whatever. So, yeah.
Well, congrats.
Hey, thanks.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we'll see.
So do you have a specific planned 5K in mind, or are you just kind of keeping that in the background?
Yeah, that's just sort of conveniently the name of the app or the program.
Sure.
I don't have a 5K in mind. I'm not that type of person. I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to run without crying and run.
I mean, that's where I am too,
like
definitely.
without dreading it and just feeling like I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I like the idea of 5Ks in the sense that it inspires you and holds you accountable to do it.
Right.
But the problem is, I like the accountability aspect. I wouldn't like the actual act of it itself, though, because one, everyone's going to be mostly going faster than me, and that'll make me sad.
Yeah.
And two, I don't know. Is it just me, or is it kind of a strange social phenomenon that I don't really want to be running beside a lot of people, because I feel like the only time that is acceptable is when you're running away from something scary. Like, I'm at Jurassic World and something bad's happening, or just, or Voldemort, or, any of those.
I'm that guy at Jurassic World that had the 2 margaritas in his hands as he was running. That's me.
Yeah, I'm the one just hiding in the refrigerator where just all the snacks are, and just say, if I'm going to die, at least I'm going to die happy. So yeah, I don't like the idea of running in large groups. It kind of just, I don't know, it's just kind of scary for some reason. But congratulations. That's good.
Thanks.
That is exciting. Hopefully your legs feel better than mine do currently, because it feels like everyone's stabbing them simultaneously. But Steven, are you sore? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? What's going on?
Yes, to all of those. So, okay, first off, before we get too far away, the thing that I know everyone at home is clamoring to ask, what's your house? Because I'm a Ravenclaw, and I believe
I'm
Chris,
a Ravenclaw too.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what's your house?
I knew exactly what you meant.
Yes. Okay. Harry Potter. Sorry.
And I'm House Stark. If we're doing Game of Thrones, House Stark, like unabashed House Stark. Yeah.
My houses keep switching back and forth. Some says I'm a Ravenclaw. Some says I'm a Gryffindor.
Boo, Gryffindor, boo.
Who boos Gryffindor?
That's just like the everybody is a Gryffindor, it feels like.
I don't know. That's what Pottermore said. It went back and forth, so that's why I'm not sure. But I know I'm not a Slytherin.
That's fair.
Hashtag life goals. Not to be a Slytherin. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway.
And to all our Slytherin listeners, sorry for what Chris just said to you. I'm very sorry.
No, specifically, anyone who knows me would know that I would be the worst person in the world to be in a Slytherin house. All the Slytherins would hate me, and I would just want to talk about my feelings all day long.
That's true.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is a Slytherin, so there's
really?
that.
There's some good Slytherins.
Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's true. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay, so I just had to get that out of the way and ask that question because I know I was thinking it the whole time, like, wait, what house are you? Can we continue doing this? And there's not a wrong answer. I would have kept doing it anyway. Mental health check-in. Yeah. Steven's not been good lately. Very, very bad. As I've brought up the last couple weeks on the show. Very, very bad times. My brain has been not in a good spot. I've been back to that point that we used to be at, everyone who's been with us for a while. I've been back to that point where it's like, oh, anytime something feels weird, I'm having a heart attack and dying. And that's been the worst. But I've been coping. I went back to the doctor because of it. I was just so worried. I went to the doctor, not that my psychiatrist isn't a doctor, but the general practitioner. Because I was like, do I need to do a stress test? Like, what do I need? What if it's my heart? What if it's this? What if it's that? And she was like, okay, it's not. Do you have any idea why this could be happening? And I was like, I don't know. And a little peek inside Steven's life, my wife goes to the doctor with me because she knows I'm bad at telling them everything. And she goes, I have an idea. He doesn't take his meds in the afternoon, which is true. I probably take my afternoon meds once a week because I just get busy and I forget. And so the doctor was like, try doing that. See what happens. And I'll be damned. I started taking the medicine in the afternoon like I'm supposed to. And
it's as if the doctor is a doctor.
I know, right? Honestly, let's think about this. I probably should have been taking it anyway. It probably should have been clear to me, like, oh, I missed my meds in the afternoon. Maybe that will solve my problem. But it did. Not solved, but I'm in less of a bad headspace. I had to have a tough conversation, like I mentioned last week, with my wife about, this is what I need right now. We've got to fix a bunch of stuff. So I have been eating better. I have my whole week in meals planned out in the fridge, already ready to go.
That's the best way to do it. That's the only way I stay on top
of it. Lots of running, lots of weightlifting, and just trying to get myself right and on the right track because I'm tired of this bullshit idea that my heart's gonna let me down, and if I can get better, then I have a feeling that I will not have that excuse anymore. I'm in good shape. That won't happen. So I'm determined to get in good shape mentally and physically, and I am just starting out on that journey again because I think we all start out and then fail and then try again and fail. But I'm trying to make a real shift this time, so we will see what happens. But yeah.
Look at us, a bunch of healthy kids up in here.
Trying anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
right?
We're going to ignore the fact I had some candy for lunch. So we'll ignore that. I had a box and then there was a little bit more, so I had that too. But I worked out yesterday.
What kind of candy?
have you ever? It's specifically you can like only get it at the movie theaters for the most part. It's the cookie dough bites. Let me explain.
You're a monster.
They're
I've had them.
disgusting, but for some reason, I still love them. Like as a medium, I'm like, these aren't good, but why do I like them so much?
Oh,
I think it's just nostalgia. I think it's what it is.
oh God. Well, okay. As always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, you can email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com, or you can hang out in the Is This Adulting Best Friends group on Facebook. That is a place for support, which is great, but it's also a place where people post funny things like a 10th anniversary of Little Sebastian's death video that I posted there, just so we could all cry together. So, yeah, it's a good place. Check it out. All right, it's time to move into topic number 1, and I haven't warned Gillian about this.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
I basically just told Gillian,
Oh, no.
you don't need to prepare anything.
Oh, boy.
Just
I'm
need-
so scared now.
You should be.
No reason to be scared.
Okay.
So we're just we're gonna do something that we do from time to time. You know, me and Steven, we have been in relationships for a very long time, and so we don't know how the hip kids do it when they're trying to find love. And so we heard about this Tinder thing a while back, and we decided we need to understand more about what it is. And so we're doing it the old person way, where it has nothing to do with dating, and it's more of we're just using the mechanics of Tinder to talk about other options. So I'm going to list different type of things related to summer, because summer just started, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to say, do we like it? Do we not like it? Do we super like it? So the way that works is, if you like it, you swipe. Steven, do you remember?
Oh, God. Left?
Oh, God, no, I don't remember.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No, I think it's
This
swipe
is the
right is
problem.
good.
That's what I thought. Yeah, swipe right. So if you like something, you just say you swipe right.
Okay.
If you don't like it, though, you swipe left.
Okay.
And you can give us your reasoning. And then, so here's the thing with super likes, if you don't know what that is. I had to ask the kiddos what exactly that was. That is where when you let someone know, you're proud to admit how much you like them, and those are very sparing. You use them very sparingly, and so for that reason, only the things that you love do you make the super like. And so it
I'm sorry.
sounds confusing.
Super like is an actual option on Tinder?
Yes,
Wow.
I know.
I didn't know
I'm
that till we
super
started
out
doing
of the
this.
loop. Wow.
I know, me either. I had to do some real research here to
Wow.
understand
Okay.
the
Got it,
basic
got it.
mechanics of barely moving a picture left or right or up. So that's what we'll do. So we'll run through some stuff. Some of it will go quick. Some of it will go a little bit slower, depending on if we have arguments over it.
Ooh,
and so
oh no.
I just kind of broke down some fun things in the summertime, and we're going to start with activities that you do. And so, Steven, you can start us off this time, just to give everyone an idea of what's going on. The first one is nice and simple. I don't think there's many things that you think of the summertime more. Now I understand, Gillian, that you live in New York City, so this may not be something that you do as much, but I still think people associate this with summertime, and that is driving with the windows down. You know, just like the air is flowing. It's a road trip. It's that type of thing. You're blasting the music. So, Steven, are you swiping right because you like it? Swipe left and you say hell no, or super like, and you want everyone to know about it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to swipe left on the entirety of summer.
I hate
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. I will roll my windows down in the spring, in the fall, hell, even in the winter. I've been known to ride with my windows down when it's 30 degrees outside, but in the summer, no. Because then you get that weird back sweat from the car seat, and nobody likes that. That's just garbage. And there's a lot of things to hate about windows down when it's hot. And I support all of them. So I'm swiping left on that real hard.
Okay, you say no. All right, how about you, Gillian? How are you feeling?
Well, my gut was to say super like.
Ooh.
Because I'm thinking I don't like summer either, and I hate being hot. But there's something that's very nostalgic to me about driving around in a car with music blasting and having an awesome time. So I think the nostalgia is going to win, because there are going to be plenty of things that I'm going to hate about summer.
Sure.
So maybe I'll start off super positive with a super like, because that reminds me, like me and my best friend Ashley, when we were younger, we would do that all the time in her car. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to start off strong.
Yeah, I went back and forth if am I going to super like this or am I going to like it? And I'm going to just swipe right and I'm going to say I like it. And Steven, I get it. I'm with you. There have been times where I have unfortunately had some old cars where the AC was not my friend, and so even with the windows down, it was just pure pain is what it was. Because in North Carolina where we live, it can get real humid. I mean, that's actually, it can get hot everywhere, but humid is just a different type of hot. There are pros and cons to each type of hot. Because of that, I considered saying no, but I'm with you, Gillian, that there's just something about the nostalgia of when the weather is nice and you have the windows down and you just think that you can just freaking ride off to the sunset for the rest of your life and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. And you know, I can't remember the last time I did that. I think that's why I'm going so strongly with the super like. I can't remember the last time it's happened.
This is what we'll do. At some point, you come down to North Carolina. We'll all ride in a car together. We'll blast Hamilton so y'all can feel better.
Okay.
And Steven, you'll change your opinion on it. So that's the first one. I just want to I kind of wanted to start it off a little bit simple. Now, this one's a lot broader, but people, this is definitely a summer thing that people do, and I'm keeping it super basic. It doesn't have to be a specific location, but that is vacation. Now, I know someone just admitted that they don't go on vacation very much, but vacation is something that is a summertime activity usually. And so, Gillian, as someone who is about to experience it, are you liking it, swiping right? I'm assuming you're not going to hate it and swipe left, but who knows? Or maybe you'll super like it. So what are you thinking?
I think I'm super liking it. I'm really excited.
Double super like.
Yeah, I know. You guys, when I'm in, obviously. I just go, I'm like, what is this like thing? No, I'm 100% all the time. No, I'm excited. Again, it's the same thing. Like, when was the last time I did it? So I think it may be just bigger in my head, but it's a vacation, you know? I'm excited. So super like all the way.
I'm with you. I'm gonna super like this, and that's because what's fun about vacation is you've got a win-win. If you go somewhere that you've gone multiple times, like in like your childhood, you have the fun nostalgia and excitement of both the past and going back to this place you love. If you're going to somewhere new, it's equally as exciting because you're about to explore and do all these cool things. And so one thing about me, I am very passionate about hot tubs. I know that's a strange thing to be passionate about, but I just love me hot tubs. And I rarely get a chance to be in one. And it feels like the one time in my life, every couple years, I happen to have a hot tub experience is because it's at like a random hotel or something on a vacation. And so I associate that and that.
Hot tub experience sounds like the title of a bad romance novel.
Well, fine. You can not be in that romance novel because I will definitely be there. Not for the romance, but just to be very relaxed because there's nothing better than a hot tub. And yeah, so super like for me with vacations. Steven, where are you going? Are you still hating it?
Well, first off, I don't think we've ever had back-to-back super likes on the show. So well done, Gillian. I did have the gut reaction because I'm a nerd and a loser to ask you why do you like you're running out of time. But I didn't.
See.
Anyway.
No, that's not. That's like where I live in that speaking in references. Don't stop it. Non-stop references all the time.
That's fair. I think most of our conversations are that. Okay, yeah, super like I can't not. It's vacation. Even though
I know
I'm going to the beach like in 2 weeks, and let me tell you, don't like the beach. Not excited about that.
But there's parts that you do like.
There are parts I do like. So I'm going to be, and I'm not going to be working. Well, that's not true. I'm bringing some work with me, but I'm not going to be working a lot.
Yeah, it's impossible not to super like that. And then I'm going to go with this next one that I also feel personally is impossible to not super like. And that is sitting on the porch. I don't have a porch, y'all. All I want is a freaking rocking chair and sitting on the porch. Now, let me be clear. There's one thing that could make me go from super liking to burning the porch to the ground.
Mosquitoes.
Yes. I don't. Are mosquitoes a thing in New York? I don't honestly know. Are they?
No.
Okay.
My husband is one of those people. They just adore him, and he is just. So yes, they are absolutely a thing in New York for sure.
They're the worst.
So that's the one thing that can make it go from being a great experience to a horrible experience. But I'm going to specifically say it's like 8 o'clock. It's starting to get cooler. The sun is starting to set, on a summer day because everything's a lot longer in summer. And it's just nice. There's a breeze. There's no mosquitoes. They're far, far away. And, yep, there's nothing better. So for me, it's a super light. Steven?
I mean, God, you throwing the ones at me that I feel like I have a set answer. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna like it. I'm gonna swipe right on it.
Okay.
And I do love sitting like on our patio or something and having a beer with somebody if it is that ideal situation, like you said. But not every summer night. And so that's
true.
The thing is,
That's
there
true.
are some summer nights where it is so muggy and it has not cooled down
disgusting.
at all. There's no breeze whatsoever. And there are mosquitoes everywhere because my yard has turned into a damn swamp. And I'm not a fan of those nights. So I'm just going to like it because if I was going to super like it, I have to be okay with it all the time.
That's true. Well, too late. I've already super liked it.
Well,
Gillian.
I'm kind of with Steven on this a little bit because if we're talking that it's ideal every single time, then that's one thing. Because there is, I love that idea of just, afternoon into evening into nighttime being outside.
Yep.
Again, it's rare for me to do that. And so I want to say super but not just mosquitoes. It's the mugginess and also just bugs of many varieties that I'm not a fan of. Like, I just feel like there's always going to be something like crawling on me. So if it's ideal and there's no bugs at all and it's a perfect like straight out of the Notebook or whatever, then I would super like it. But I think if we have to be realistic, I'm going with Steven and I'm just gonna like it.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense.
Right?
Oh,
Going along with that, where this can be an ideal or this can be the worst thing in the world, and I know where Steven's going with this, but it's the pool. People wait all summer long or all winter long and spring to be able to go to the pool. And so, Steven, why don't you start us off with what I know that you will say. What are your feelings about the pool? How much do you love it?
Or do you know what I will say, Christopher?
What?
Do you know what I will say?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna set my phone down and just walk away for a while because it's hard to make a decision.
Really?
And then I'm probably gonna reluctantly swipe right. And here's why.
Really?
Here's why. Because I know you thought I was going left.
Yeah, because you hate water.
I do hate water, but the nice thing about a pool, I can see all the way to the bottom, and typically I stay in a pool where I can touch, like I'm up to my head, but I can still touch, because I'm not a strong swimmer, never have been, ever since the almost drowning thing. I actually really like the pool, but there's a lot of qualifiers, one of which is I don't want to be at a neighborhood pool or something where it's hella crowded.
Yeah.
Not my
where there's
scene.
a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and you always come up under...
Throw me, Uncle Steven.
And I know it's a Dane Cook joke, but it's true. You come up under that kid on the raft every time, and then you feel like you're drowning.
Yep.
And I hate it. And so I don't know. I don't like community pools. But aside from that, I'm okay with when we're going to the beach in a few weeks. The beach house has a pool. I will probably spend my time in that pool and not in the ocean. So, yeah, I'm going to swipe right on it, but not not fervently, for the pool.
Sure. Okay. Jillian, how about you?
I'm going to go super on this, but my only thing is that, again, it can't be the public pool. If it's my parents' house, if it's someone's house that I know, then I love it. I'm a good swimmer. I like it. I'm not good. I can't do butterfly or whatever, but I like swimming. I can do it for a long time and I really enjoy it. And again, these are not things that I get to do all the time. So I'm excited about the idea of swimming in a pool, and there's no sand that's going to get in anything, and I can see the bottom of it. And usually dogs can be involved, and you can swim and race the dogs and do laps together, and that's something I'm really excited
little
about.
puppy
That's my
swimming.
dream.
Right.
Oh, that sounds
right?
awesome.
It's amazing.
Oh,
so yeah.
gosh. So I will swipe right. I'm definitely not super liking, and the reason why is because there's just too many variables. Pools can be both amazing and personal pits of hell where it's literally nothing but you realize there's 25 kids in here and there's 24 of them currently peeing. And that's a real thing that I don't like thinking about too much. But I would say specifically, my two favorite things about the pool is one, when you go to a pool where there's like barely anyone, or it's just a bunch of like older people just sitting there reading a book and so they're not even in the water, or two, Adult Swim, where all the kids leave and you just swim and you look at the kids who are just like, please, sir, let me swim in the pool. And you're like, you piece of shit, get away from me. It's just like, nope, I'm going to just do a lap as slow as I can. And oops, did I splash some water towards you? You want your feet in the water? Get out of there. It's Adult Swim. Can
I tell you what I think we all agree that we should swipe left on? And that is when you're at a pool, like at a friend's party or something, and you get out of the pool and there's pizza, and like that weird soggy pool pizza where you accidentally get your pool hands on the pizza and everything dies inside you. Yeah, that
it happens with chips too. The chips can get really soggy.
Everything's soggy. Yeah.
But Chris, you just don't like public pools, which I hate as well. Like when I say the ideal, like it's like your like aunt's pool or like your friend's pool. Like I am so with you on the idea of going to a community pool has never even occurred to me.
Jillian does not accept your right swipe. She wants to super
No, I do.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just saying, like,
I know.
Like, what if it was the ideal situation and there were no kids and no one is peeing and it's just this like perfect private lagoon that's a pool.
Well, here's my other reason why I can't super like, because as much as I love pools, there's so many times where like, for instance, I recently went to a wedding, and so we stayed at a hotel, and I was super pumped. I brought my bathing suit. I was like, sweet, I'm going to go, but more importantly than going into the pool, I'm going to go to the hot tub. And then I realized stupid hotels have stopped putting hot tubs in places, and so that's the other thing that makes me sad. Sometimes, like, I'm excited, and I think there's going to be a hot tub, and then there's just a pool, and it just makes me disappointed. And so that's why I blame pools for that. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm being honest here and saying that's my grudge I hold. It's just,
I hear ya.
Just for me.
All right.
So speaking of water, I have to use this because this is a common thing when it comes to summer. And this is back from like the good old days of the water gun fights or the water balloon fights or like slip and slides, those type of things. Just I'm keeping that all in the same category as like backyard water entertainment. That sounds weirder than I intend, but you know what I'm trying to get for. Someone's like, man, what's going on in your backyard? So Steven, who started last time? Did you start? You start again. Why not? What are you thinking on this?
Backyard water entertainment?
Yeah. Is that going to be the name? I hope that's not the name of this episode.
I don't know. It might be. I don't care. I don't know. I'm going to swipe left. Because here's the thing with a water balloon fight. Sometimes the worst happens, and by sometimes I mean all the time, which is you throw the water balloons at each other and they don't bust, and you just hurt each other. You got like welts on you because you're clearly using very intense water balloons. Yeah, I don't care. I've only done like one slip and slide in my whole life, and there were rocks under it, and it was the worst.
Oh God!
It was just laid down in a backyard. It was very poorly constructed.
It's a stuck and slide. That's what it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was bad. I hit like a rock somewhere in there, and I was like, "No, I'm done. I'm never doing this again." So left. I don't care. I don't like it. Unless it's a very fun designed sprinkler. But I don't want to be near it. I just like seeing the sprinklers where it's like an elephant's trunk and it's just spraying water. I don't want to be near it. But so no, I guess swipe left. Yeah, I know.
So you want to sit on the porch in the shade and just watch an elephant sprinklers? What you're wanting?
I mean, we all have our thing.
Backyard,
Chris.
Water entertainment.
Don't you yuck anybody's yum. We've talked about.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just being clear. What exactly you're saying that you like? Not that, and it's definitely not what we just described.
Well, I've said it. So now I've said it. I've said my piece.
It's
moving
all right.
on.
Hey, I'm glad. Jillian, how about you?
Oh,
what are your thoughts?
I agree. So swiping left is the one that means I don't like it, right? Okay, I'm swiping left. I don't care. I'm clumsy. I would slip and fall. I don't. I'd rather go swimming.
Yep.
You know.
For me, I want to take the phone that we're on Tinder currently, where water gun balloon fight slip and slides pops up, and I want to set it on the ground. Then I want to go to the local Target and buy a water gun, and then I want to drench that phone so it literally never exists again, because I hate this so much. There's nothing good about water guns, because everyone's like, ooh, fun, let's play. But usually they don't want to shoot the people who also have water guns. They want to shoot the person who has no interest in being wet. And so, one, you've got little demons running around just trying to like shoot you left and right. Two, water balloons, they always sound better in practice than they do, or in theory than in actual practice, because one, you get excited and you fill up and you're like, man, this is going to take forever. And then all of a sudden you're going to realize you ran out of them after 35 seconds of throwing water balloons. So that's never exciting. And then slip and slides, Steven, I'm with you. I tried a few times when I was a kid, and there's nothing worse. Sure, when you're on a slip and slide and it works out, man, you're riding a high.
You're living that dream, that slip and slide dream.
And I mean, you are living summer to the max. But when you start sliding and you get to the part where the soap or water has not really hit, and then it's just hot plastic on your skin, then you say, I may never live again.
Yeah, so Chris is basically saying he really likes the slipping, not so much the sliding. So he loves that slippy dream that he gets to live, but he does not like... Don't judge me.
Can I call... Do we have HR for the podcast? Because I want to call it now.
Because I said slippy dream. That does... Yeah, anyway, move on.
I super dislike that. All right, so we're going to do a couple more. We're going to move to the food beverage aspect of summertime, and the first one we're going to go with, we have to go with I think this is what they're called, but I'm not completely positive, so I may have to describe them. I know them as like Freezy Pops, where it's not popsicles, it's that like little plastic tube of ice
of syrup.
And syrup that you put in the freezer. And do you know what I'm talking about, Gillian? Like, you can get it at the store, and there's like all these different type of flavors.
Yeah.
But what I love is they're never actual flavors.
It's just sugar.
They're, ooh, give me red.
Yeah, they're colors.
It's like, ooh, I want blue. That's my favorite flavor.
What flavor is blue?
And
no one knows.
Yeah, it's blue.
It should be blueberry, but it's probably not. And by probably, it's 100% not. So Freezy Pops, that's what I'm going to refer to them as. I don't know if there are other names, but that's what I'm going with. So, Jillian, what's your thoughts?
Left. They're too sticky, and I'd be like, this tastes good for 4 seconds, and I never finish it. It's just a waste.
Wow.
I feel like it would go
take.
better to somebody else who would enjoy it more and actually put it to good use. I'd have like 2 sips of it, whatever it is, and I'd be like, it's sticky, it's annoying. What do I do? You can't put it down. You have to hold it the whole time. I have no time for it.
Well, Jillian, let me go and tell you something. If you're needing someone to hold that for you, I think if you've got two willing boys
you
right
guys
here to do
go
so.
For it.
Because I'm going to super like it.
Wow.
I'm not going to have one. I'm going to have 45 grape ones. And I'm not calling them purple. They are grape. And that's what I'm going to do.
No, they're purple.
When I've ran out of all of the purple grape ones, then I'm going to go to the red ones, and then I'm going to the blue ones, and then I'm going to take the yellow and green ones, and I'm going to throw them in the trash where they belong. Because, yeah, that's my belief.
What about orange?
And I'm sticking to it. If I'm desperate.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at. But so I'm super liking most of them, and a few I guess I'm going to give to Steven from the way he's responding with his eyes right now.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna super like these as well, because you can just go to the store and get it. They always come in like a red mesh netting bag, and there's like 50 of them for like $3, because it's just sugar water.
So you know it's quality.
Yeah, and we used to get them when we go to the beach. And here's the deal, Chris. You're a fucking monster, because green is the best Freezy Pop. Okay, so green is like a lime. It's not green apple, because that shit can go away. But green, like a lime Freezy Pops, the best. Yellow, when they're lemon, also the best. Now, when they're banana, get the hell out of here. But when they're lemon, also the best. Then the red, then the blue, then an orange, and then those purples. Ooh, those purples go in the garbage can, bud. Because purple is the worst flavor. No.
Oh my God, we complete each other.
You're a monster.
You take mine, I'll take yours. Okay, we're doing different approaches here. I'm trying to save the environment. You're trying to throw them away. Bam.
I'm going to throw away this friendship. Because green Freezy Pops are amazing.
Gentlemen, please. Over here. The world is wide enough.
Can I just say, I don't know if there's anything that both describes our relationship as well as our maturity level more than the fact that we're about to go to war over Freezy Pops.
Yeah, that's the hill you guys are going to die on, Freezy Pop flavors.
Yeah, it is.
We're both going to. And so we're now going to go into a slightly different thing, that this is actual food, unlike what I just described. And that is melons. Melons are a summertime thing. The watermelons, the honeydew, the cantaloupe, that's something that you can only get. And you can get other times, but that's like when it's peak season. And so it's melon time. So Steven, why don't you go with it? What's your opinion?
Melon time also sounds like a really poorly written romance novel. Or a bad podcast that we could do. Hey everybody, welcome to Melon Time, the Melon Review podcast. Here's what I'm going to say. Honeydew melons can just go away. They're not good. Cantaloupe, on the other hand, really solid, and there's nothing better than a good watermelon. Sprinkle a little salt on there. Yes, I said it. Call me a monster if you want, but we live in the South, where you put salt on watermelon. Not a lot, just a little bit, because it makes it even sweeter. So
I could totally get down with that.
Oh,
wow.
It's amazing. Yeah,
that's a game changer, right?
I'm swiping right on watermelon. You just sprinkle a little salt on there, and I'll tell you what's good. This is going to sound wild, but we've done it, and it's great. Sprinkle a little, seasoning salt on there with, whatever's in it. Just a little bit. It doesn't sound like it would be good.
What type of seasoning salt?
Like that,
just standard seasoning salt?
Like seasoned salt. Like that, that you put on fries.
Okay, so not like any type of seasoning. Okay, that's
not like the Italian seasonings.
No, like the seasoned...
Put some rosemary on it.
The seasoned salt that you put on, fries and stuff. You put just a little bit of that on there. It's like a weird, sweet, savory thing. It's really good.
How about you, Gillian? Where are you on the melon?
I'm going to swipe...
That sounded unintentionally weird. Sorry.
Yeah, what? Where's that HR representative?
Right here. I'm Steve, the HR guy, and you got to stop with those melon talk, bud.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was my
formal I feel more uncomfortable
complaint.
by the HR rep than by you, so I'm filing a complaint on
Sorry,
him,
I'll be gone now.
Leave. Never come back on the slip and slide from hell.
Oh my God.
We'll see what the listeners want.
Okay, let's not talk to him. I want to hear more about your opinions on watermelons and other things.
I'm just gonna say, it feels ridiculous to say strongly dislike for fruit and melon. I like some more than others. They go great in sangria. I'm just giving a firm swipe right. Yeah.
So I brought this up because I felt like I needed to share an opinion that many people don't know, and I think it's fair that I was the last one because you just said it would be foolish to super dislike something. And I'll be honest with you, I would agree with that statement, yet I'm still about to do it anyway. I have very strong opinions about the melon family, and that is that they should not be fruit, any of them. We'll start with honeydew. Honeydew is a piece of crap that they fill into random fruit salads when they don't want to actually get good fruit.
Now that I will give you, that's accurate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think we can all agree honeydew is
can just
nothing.
Get out of here.
So cantaloupe, I think people are back and forth on cantaloupe. It's just not my thing. Just don't like it. It's almost too sweet for me. It makes me feel nauseous almost. And then here's the thing about watermelon. I know that people love it. I know it's one of just the most favorite fruit of all time. And this is going to sound like a strange critique, but to me, it's too watery.
God, I knew you were going to say that.
Now, I like the idea of watermelon. I like watermelon flavored things. But when I actually have a watermelon, I go, this is like a really bad Propel drink where it's just mostly water with... It tastes like if you've had some type of fruit drink with a lot of ice in it, and then you let it sit outside for like an hour, and so all the ice is melted, and so it's mostly just water with a little bit of flavor in it. That's my problem with watermelon. I want to like it. I just don't. And every time I have it, I'm disappointed. And then there are times where you have a seed by mistake, and then
seeds are bad.
That sucks. Or you start freaking out, and if you've ever watched Rugrats, the old TV show, you're like me, and you think that a seed's gonna mean a watermelon's gonna grow inside you, and you're gonna die.
Watermelon baby.
But either way,
my grandmother convinced me there would be a watermelon baby in my life if I swallowed a seed.
Watermelon baby. What would you name it?
I'd name it Mel. I mean, I think that's the obvious thing.
Oh, that's pretty
would
good.
Be to name
that's
it
pretty good.
Mel. Or Randy, because Randy just seems like a nice name for a melon. So yeah, just so my watermelon baby would be precious to me. I just think that they're so sweet, and they're kind of weird when you thump them. They're a little hollow, but don't worry about it. What?
Don't thump your baby.
Well, I would never thump a real baby.
You hear it here first, folks.
We need to call
baby.
Steve the HR rep again.
Oh boy,
we do. All right, so we're gonna go down to the last one, and this is I had a lot of other things, but I knew that I want to put more just in case we were able to get through them. I want to go through a clothing item that specifically, it's not specific to summer, but I feel that's the summertime is really when they start coming out, and that is dresses. Now I know it sounds interesting because two of us, are not consistently wearing dresses.
Right, I was going to say we've all worn dresses, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we both have worn dresses
Yes.
before for different things. But when I've only worn them for theater. I've never worn them just outside. So I want to first hear your opinion on this, Gillian. Then I want to hear your Stephen, because I actually have strong opinion on dresses. So Gillian, we'll start with you.
Oh, I super like them. I used to not, and now I'm gonna super like. One thing that the thing I strongly dislike about them sometimes is that you get that sort of that thigh rub thing that can be very, very uncomfortable.
Ooh,
so, and if it's windy, like there's a lot to think about. So the key, anyone listening at home, throw on some like shorts on underneath and you're good to go. Then you don't have to worry about any chafing, and you can just like sit wherever and not worry about the wind, and you can just be free. Because the thing about dresses is that it helps, because the summer is the worst, and it's hot and it's humid and it's miserable, and they help. It's better than jeans, which like a crazy person, I was insisting on never wearing dresses, and now I wear them all the time. And so that's the thing, just throw some shorts on under there and you're good to go.
Steven?
I'm all for dresses. I've always felt like they've got to be super comfortable, especially, and I've learned something that needs to happen apparently with dresses. Hey, dressmakers of America, let's have a conversation. Why no pockets? You got to add those pockets.
Sometimes they do, and it's awesome. It's rare, but it's awesome when it happens.
That's what I've heard. There's a comedian that had a bit about like that's how he was gonna like give his wife for his anniversary was just go to a tailor and have pockets installed on all her dresses. And I was like, I get that, because like pockets are crucial, and so like dress with pockets. I'm a super like dresses because they seem flowy and comfortable, and who doesn't like to be free? So.
You know, I was ready to super like them too for that same reason, because I've always been jealous of the fact that you're pretty much wearing an oversized t-shirt outside and you got nothing but breathability down there, and that sounds pretty amazing.
And a little weird.
However, okay, fine. You say whatever you want to. When it's burning up outside, who does not want some breathability? So I will take your judgment, and I'll say I don't care, because I'm feeling good down there. I will say this, though. Gillian, you just made a very valid point that I had not considered about dresses, and that is chafing.
Yeah.
I had not thought about that, and that makes me go in from super like to like, because as much as I like breathability, that's how much I hate chafing.
Yeah, and there are workarounds, but it's a thing. Like, I mean, not. It's rare to find women with like actual thigh gaps. Like, that's not a thing, you guys. So sorry, magazines and the fashion industry or whatever. But fuck it, like that's a real thing.
Yep.
And especially in New York, like you walk a lot, and it's. And I think some women would say, well, it's ridiculous to have to amend what you're doing. But I'm like, yeah, I'll throw the shorts on, because I also don't want to be constantly because that's another move that you guys don't know about.
Ooh,
holding the
that's
skirt
true.
down when you're on going upstairs or whatever.
Oh.
They can blow up, a car can go by, or you're walking over a subway grate, and it's Marilyn Monroe only in the worst way. So throw those shorts on,
totally
and
true.
they solve a whole lot of problems, in my view.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Right?
So anyone out there who didn't know that, any poor people out there that are just that you're chafing, and so let me be clear. I'm not saying poor as in like
I had
not
a
having
split
money.
second
I meant
where
to
I
say,
was like, "Whoa!"
Sorry, you gave a look at what I meant.
Yeah,
was,
well, you're speaking
like,
directly to me at that point. I was like, "Yeah, tell me more about my low income."
No, I was saying for anyone who's unfortunate to be chafing right now as they're listening to this, know that you're not alone. Two, I'm sorry. I feel once again I'm having an awkward, intimate conversation with you, and for that I apologize. And also, put some shorts on because that's going to solve your problems.
Yeah.
And hey, we could keep doing this all day long, but I really want to get to the game. And so, thank you for playing Swiper More Swiping. Just another, just our small way of making Tinder be more than just about, what am I trying to say? Sexualizing people. How about that?
Yeah, I looked up a definition just now. I was trying to figure out right, left, and super like. I was trying to figure that out earlier, and I was like, I was like, how does Tinder work? I Googled it like an old man, and the definition of Tinder was like a dating app where you judge someone based on their pictures and a short bio. I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Is This Adulting? Hey everybody, it's your best friend Steven breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. So this week we're recommending the Brain Candy podcast. I just recently found this about 2 or 3 months ago, and I've really been enjoying the podcast. So the Brain Candy podcast is a sugar high for your intellectual side, hosted by Susie and Sarah. They like to discuss everything from pop culture to quantum physics and try to keep the fun in learning. And in their words, you don't go on a million MTV challenges unless you're a little crazy, so they certainly keep things unhinged and loosey-goosey. The show is irreverent and has fascinating guests, lively debates, and tons of giggles. I really enjoy this show. I've learned so much from it that I didn't even know I was going to learn. They have really cool guests, like just this past week they had on Carrie from Mythbusters, and it was really, really cool to sit and listen about her career and stuff, so definitely check this show out. They're amazing. It's the Brain Candy Podcast. You will be glad you did. Back to the show. Okay, we're back, and hey, it's game time. It's game time. I don't know what game we're playing this week. Chris has not told me. He's very excited about it, though. So, yes. Christopher, we already discussed, we didn't think enough ahead. We play a game, we played it last week, called Lost in Translation, where Chris takes famous song lyrics and translates them through Google Translate a million times, and then we try to guess what song it is. We didn't think far enough ahead. We could have done that with Hamilton lyrics, and it would have been the ultimate face-off between me and Gillian. But we're not that smart. We don't think on our toes like that. So, hey, Christopher, what are we playing?
You know, I still wanted to find a game. It's been a while since we've played it. It's one of our more popular games, and the fact that you focus on you have a podcast that's focused on singing and song so much, I figured it's only appropriate that we bring back one of our really popular games called Rad Libs. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a very popular song from sometime throughout history, and I'm going to just have you help me change all the words to them. You're not going to know what it is until the very end, and then I'm going to sing it for you to see what your new creation has left for us. Are you ready?
Yeah. I've never been more ready.
Oh, you're going to like this one. So I'm going to go back and forth. So, Steven, let's start off with you. How about, Steven, give me a weird thing that someone would collect.
Toenails.
I like that already. That's good. All right. So, Gillian, what would be a cute way that you would describe a little puppy?
Fluffy.
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. Steven, how about something that would be surprising to have a lot of? Like, just if you found someone had a lot of something and you'd be really surprised by it.
Knuckle hair.
You're really going for the specific body parts.
Yeah, it's all about
apparently.
The body today here on Is This Adulting?
The unique body parts. To say, all right, now we're going to be a little bit more basic, but it's still good. So, Gillian, give me something plural, whatever you want.
Dogs.
She's about those dogs.
Oh, Y'all both have. If these are nothing but dog and strange body parts, I'm not gonna love this. So I'm gonna make something a little bit different. Steven, give me a measurement of time.
Seconds.
Okay. See, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's okay. It's nice to have a couple normal words in there. All right, Gillian, give me a messy food or snack.
Oh, a messy food or snack. Ribs.
All right, Steven, give me something that would be very hard to take a measurement of.
The Earth. I just say whatever comes to my head first.
Okay, no, that's good though. I think that's a pretty good one for this. All right, let's see here. Where am I gonna go? All right, Gillian, I want you to tell me something that rhymes with the word lives.
Dives.
Dives. Okay, perfect. Steven, I want you to give me a unique liquid. Whatever that means. It can be whatever you feel is unique.
We have an explicit tag, but I'll keep it PG-13. What's nitroglycerin? That's a...
Okay, now you're making me try and spell a word that I have no idea how to spell. Hey, I spelled that right. That is...
I'm proud of you,
I would
buddy.
not have guessed that. Thank you. I'm very proud of myself, actually. All right, Gillian, what's something that you should not have 3 of? Anyone. Just something that you shouldn't have 3 of.
Eyes.
Okay. I was going to say spouses, but...
How would you feel if I said eyeballs?
Fine. That's...
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Just because... Actually, I think that it's going to work. It's the same thing. I think it will work out well there. Steven, we're going to do something plural for you.
Something plural for me. You think that would be easier. I'm looking around the room right now.
I know.
What do I pick? Lightsabers.
Hey, that's good. That's good, though. Ooh, let's do Gillian. Gillian, why don't you give me a verb? Any verb you want.
Skate.
All right.
Or skating, whatever works.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Steven, give me something that you'd only find at an elderly person's home.
Bedpan.
Okay, no, that's perfect. All right, Gillian, give me a 1-syllable animal. So it's an animal that has to be 1 syllable.
I already said dog.
Yep, you did. I mean, there are types of dogs if you'd rather do that, but...
No, bird.
Perfect. Steven and I both don't like that, though.
Yeah, I'm scared
I'll tell you
now.
that for sure. All right. Steven, how about a weird way to refer to the distance to somewhere?
Like yonder?
I see what you're saying. I'm talking about like a unit, so to speak. Like a weird way to refer to something. I mean, if you say yonder, just make it like a phrase, not specifically just the word yonder.
Like over yonder? That's what I say when...
Yeah.
Like how far is
that's
something?
fine.
Oh, over yonder.
That'll work. Not a problem. We are so close, y'all. We are so close. I think we only have 1 or 2 more. All right, Gillian, give me something plural. One more time.
Look around the room. Here we go.
I know.
Can I do like multiple slices of pizza?
Okay.
You have
that-
to put
is that a
multiple
horrible answer?
slices of pizza.
Oh, don't worry. I'm specifically typing those.
Pizzas.
Yes. Multiple slices of pizza. And Steven, I think we're almost there. I think the only thing we have left is I need you to tell me something that rhymes with the word bugs.
Hugs.
That's
Chris,
sweet.
tell
That's
me
a good
you're not
word.
going to rap.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to. So, yeah, we have everything, so I think we're good to go. So, you know what? I try and, if I can, find a song that is somewhat related.
Oh boy.
To, if not the specific podcast, at least to the genre. And we're going to talk about this in a minute, but I'm embarrassed to admit that I don't know a whole lot about Hamilton, so I didn't go Hamilton. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I
you don't
did-
have
but I
people
did-
apologize to me for things like that all the time. It's really okay.
It's not.
But I did go musical.
Ooh.
And I couldn't think of more popular musical than the story of the 90s in New York City, where you're from.
Rent. Okay.
Specifically the song Seasons of Love.
Oh, boy.
So get ready for a very unique version of Seasons of Love that you have both created together.
I'm sorry, Jonathan Larson,
Steven,
in advance.
Steven, do you want to give me like the initial? I feel like I can't start until I have like the piano part.
Boom,
So
boom, 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 boom.
Here we go. 525,600 knuckle hairs. 525,000 moments so fluffy. 525,600 toenails.
Nope.
How do you measure the earth? In dogs, in lightsabers, in seconds, in cups of nitroglycerin, in ribs, in miles and skating, in dives, in 525,600 eyeballs. All of them happen to be, weirdly enough, body parts. How do you measure the earth? How about birds? How about bedpans? How about multiple slices of pizza? Measuring over yonder. Seasons of hugs. Come on, Stephen, join with me. Seasons of hugs. Come on, everyone, one more time. Seasons of hugs.
I want
Seasons of hugs.
I want somebody in the background to just
well done.
525,000.
I know. 600 bedpans.
You know, Chris, I have to say, you really committed. That was many people would not. I mean, you pulled back from the mic. You were into it so much.
I tried.
You gave it your all. I apprate that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm
That said, we're going to go another way.
To not do the whole song.
Yeah, we'll call you.
That being said, hard pass.
Yeah.
I went full as much as I could.
I love it.
I really wanted to do the whole song, but I didn't know how long it would take. So well done, Season of Hugs, everyone.
Season of Hugs.
I like how in the end we kept it similar to the beginning,
yeah,
except for the toenails and the knuckle hair.
Seasons of Hugs is sweet.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That might be the episode title.
It'd be pretty sweet.
Aww.
A Season of Hugs with our little fruit babies, little Randy the watermelon.
Randy the watermelon, he's my buddy.
So
well,
thank you for playing. It was wonderful. I think that we honored everyone from the cast of Rent with that.
I don't think Anthony Rapp's gonna love that one.
Oh no.
Well, agree to disagree. Somewhere, me and Anthony we're gonna be re-recording a version of this song. Don't worry. Just don't you worry about it.
Okay. I trust you.
He's going to say, finally, someone else that understands the plight of those with 525,000 knuckle hairs.
Exactly.
Somebody.
People don't realize he's very hairy, specifically in the knuckles. Just only those who are really close to him know that.
Oh God. Okay, so we're moving on to our final topic.
Whee!
We're doing it. We're moving on, and this is Gillian's topic. And I mean, let's be honest. I'll give you one guess what we're going to talk about.
Well.
Taxes. No.
Chris, can I ask you a question?
I know the answer, but yes.
I just need to know. So you were a history education major in college, right?
Oh, the answer to that is
yes.
yes.
So that was yes. So I do need to ask you, how does a bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? Tell me, Chris, how does he do that?
By shooting.
No. You say,
No.
hey, Chris, shh. You say he wrote his way out.
He wrote his way out.
Historically accurate. Very well done, Chris. So yeah, we're talking about Hamilton. So I'm gonna throw it to you first, Gillian, because I'm sure you want to say things. So I'm gonna
let's make a preface though.
Oh yes, okay.
For those of you who have not. It'd be hard to not have heard of Hamilton, considering Stephen loves to talk about it.
That's true.
But just in general, it is a very I mean, if not the most popular. I mean, I don't. It's probably the most popular musical of at least the last decade, right? If not more,
easily.
I mean, it's no Cats. I'm joking. I'm joking. I literally know nothing about Cats.
I hate Cats. I'm
It's
saying
so
it.
bad.
I don't know anything about either of them, but I can already tell you I like Hamilton better. But yeah, so it's a very popular musical. But if you've not seen it or know nothing about it beyond the basics, you're like me.
Yeah,
so
Chris is not.
Don't worry. You can still be a part of this conversation too.
And we did a Patreon bonus episode early on in the podcast, like right after we started the podcast, where I explained a little bit about Hamilton to Chris. And by a little bit, I mean, he said, "So what's it about?" And then I went off for 30 minutes about Hamilton, and then that was the episode.
I didn't get to speak once after that.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot of it.
He didn't say words. And so basically the only thing you need to know,
Not by choice.
the only thing you need to know is that Hamilton is quite possibly one of the most important pieces of art in modern history, in my opinion. So go.
Michelle Obama agrees.
Yeah, she right?
Yeah.
She
Well,
right.
Chris, I hadn't seen the show before I started the podcast, so
Really?
there's that. Yeah, I just think it's the greatest thing ever. It's given me a drive and a passion that I hadn't really experienced before. I knew how to edit from the residuals, and I'm just pretty good at tech stuff. I could pick stuff up pretty easily, and I worked in radio way, way, way back in the day, and I thought, I want to make a Hamilton podcast. There's no Hamilton podcast that exists. This is January 2016. I said, I really want to do it, and I'll just figure it out. I didn't have recording equipment for the first couple episodes. I used a camcorder as the microphone. So I just sort of dove in to the deepest end possible and then just kept doing it because I had to. It was very strange. I never felt like I need to do this. I have no equipment. I've never podcasted before. I listened to Serial and that was it. And I loved Serial the first season.
Yep.
But yeah, just a little asterisk there. And also re-listening to Serial that Patrick and I are doing on Patreon for True Crime Obsessed. There are some flaws, Miss Sarah Koenig. Let me tell you. Someone got a little too close to her subject and forgot she was a journalist there for a while.
Breaking news
yeah.
here on the Is This Adulting podcast. Gillian
I
goes
know.
after Sarah Koenig.
Sarah, calm down. Like, Serial changed all the games. I get it. Like, I'm here for it. But Sarah, like, are you a journalist or not? I don't know.
It's no seasons of hugs. That's for
It's
sure.
no seasons of hugs. So yeah, I don't know. I love it a lot, and it's sent me on this crazy trajectory of my life and career and all this craziness. I think it's great. And know what? I want people, please stop apologizing to me if you don't like it or if you haven't seen it or if you don't listen to it. That's okay. You're allowed to get there on your own time. And if you don't get there, that's cool too. But people feel the need to apologize to me, and you don't have to do that.
You need to apologize to me, though, because I take it personally. So you talk about it going, your career trajectory and just your life. So what sort of things have happened because of the Hamilcast, Gillian? Oh, friend Gillian, tell me.
Nothing really. I've consistent. I've learned how to podcast much better, and that's it. No,
that's it?
There are a zillion things. Well, the biggest one I would think, or the one that kind of allowed the podcast to jump to a new level was
You saw the show.
by the 13th episode.
I feel that was important. Yeah.
By the 13th episode, I had seen it because this incredibly generous listener said, "I can't believe the person who started my favorite podcast hadn't seen the thing." So,
that's
that's which is amazing, and that's just a small taste of how incredible and engaging the listeners of the Hamilcast are. Which is another thing I never knew. I'm like, oh, Twitter is actually a lovely place. Facebook groups cannot be filled with this weird power trip admin thing. Like, what? So that's awesome. But yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda invited himself over, essentially. That's true. He said, I loved your Mandy Gonzalez episode. I think I'm ready. Can we talk in a month? And I said, let me check my schedule. And we're still, one day no, I said, I had to ground myself. I stood up and tried to collect myself. And it was one of those things that I had been visualizing forever. That was in August of last August of 2017. And since January of 2016, I'm like, he's going to do that. He's going to come over. There's no, I mean, if you listen to old episodes, I can't because my editing has gotten so much better that if I listen to the old ones, I'd be like, cut those mouth sounds out. Like, stop saying every 4 seconds, which I still do.
Oh, we do too.
Yeah. It's just, it's real life. People stutter and say and make mouth sounds. That's just the thing that happens. And yeah, it's been kind of amazing. The power of visualization and saying things over and over again and then putting those thoughts and emotions and energy out into the world, things will come back to you. It's pretty nuts.
So that's insane. When I saw that happen, because it was after we had spoken the first time, and because I talked to you in like May of last year about coming on, and then I lost the email you sent me. And,
thank you for finally bringing it up. Now we can air all the dirty laundry.
Now we can move past it. And then I had a moment where I was like,
some might say you about threw away your shot.
Oh, Chris for the win!
Thank you. That's literally the only reference I could
love
make,
it. I love it.
But I was waiting for it. I knew I could use it.
You just did it again without even knowing it. Perfect.
I did.
Yeah, with the wait for it thing. Yeah, it's all right.
Oh,
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, buddy.
I'm proud of myself. It was a big moment for me.
It should have been. You've earned the approval of at least our guest. Not me yet, but
you had it from the very beginning, Chris. Let's just make that clear. Or approval or whatever.
That was the kindest thing anyone's ever said. It was very Jerry Maguire. You had my respect since the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, so I remember seeing that and thinking, I'm so happy for you. And then I was also like, she's never going to want to talk to me now.
No way. Oh, my God. Someone told me after Lynn came over, because it was a lot. My husband was my co-host for it. And as he is on several of the episodes, his name is Mike. And Lynn came over and we got a little day drunk and we talked for hours and hours, and there were 3 episodes with him and then 2 episodes with Mike and I called the B-side. So there were 5 episodes, and every Monday in October I called it Lintoberfest. It was a whole thing. But after that came out, or after people saw that I had him, some dude tried to mansplain my own podcast to me and said, well, now you got Lynn, like you should just stop.
No.
And I said, are you crazy? Why? And he was like, because there's nowhere else to go. I was like, there are a million ways to go. You're a dick. Stop mansplaining my own podcast to me. Like, are you kidding me? This was the person who also said, don't say you guys and talk to your listeners as a community. You should only speak as if you're talking to one single person. And I was like, maybe that works for other podcasts. And if it does, that's great, but that's not me, and it's never been how I am. So that idea of like, stop podcasting because you got Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then also totally change the way you talk to your listeners. And I'm like, I feel like what I do is worked out pretty well so far. I'm just gonna keep doing me, and you do you, and it's all good.
I would say that's a good move.
Right.
We always refer to our listeners as a group.
Totally. It's a community.
Says you. I always talk very intimately to the one person out there. You know who you are. Baby doll.
Uncle Keith.
Dory. Yeah. That is my uncle is named Keith. He's this week.
Is he a listener?
Uncle. He does sometimes. I don't know. Hey, if you're there, Uncle Keith, yell. I know I won't be able to hear you, but it'd be fun.
Uncle Keith is now online too.
If you're somewhere in public and you're yelling, you're welcome, world.
Oh, and if your name is Keith, just yell.
Yeah.
It'll be fun for the other people on the subway.
All the Keiths out there, everybody clap your hands. No? Okay, sorry. That was not.
Anyway, so
who needed a Cha-Cha Slide reference today? I know I did.
Cha-Cha Slide. I was trying to think of the name of that song on Friday night, and you just said
welcome.
it. The Cha-Cha
It's the
Slide.
Cha-Cha
That's
Slide.
what the hell it is. All right, anyway.
Chris's deepest input to the Hamilton conversation is the Cha-Cha Slide. Oh my God. No, okay, so just I feel like I could do an entire 3-hour session with you where we break down parts of Hamilton and just talk about it for a while.
You could.
I could.
But we
You feel
won't.
like you definitely could.
Oh,
But we
yeah.
won't.
I would love that, but I'm not going to do that to you. But I do want to ask you, so you said it gave you a drive. It gave you a push, because a big part of me doing this show, and Chris will attest, is Hamilton.
Right.
When I had my breakdown and everything bad happened with losing my dad and all that stuff, Hamilton is what put me in a place where I was like, well, I have to do something. And it was this idea of it's that the adage, the line from it, the who lives, who dies, who tells your story. And I was like, okay, I have to make a story worth telling. And so it like busted me out of a really bad place. And I was like, I've got to do something. I've got to make a mark. I've got to make a difference. And I would hope that we have done that with this show in some ways. And so,
spoiler, you have. Spoiler, you totally have.
Yeah, it's hard for me to admit that to myself, but look at us getting all candid about Hamilton.
Yeah.
But it does that. It pushes you. It challenges you to be better than you are. Like, I feel like the show always challenges you to be the best you can be. Mm-hmm. And I find that incredibly powerful. And there's something when I tell you it's the most important piece of art in modern history, in my opinion, I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I'm like, honestly, and there's something so powerful. It carries in different times that we live in, because there's something so powerful, 3 years ago, 2015, correct? When it when it premiered on Broadway, at least. Mm-hmm. There's something so powerful 3 years ago about a cast that is, the majority people of color. It's very freeing and very empowering to marginalized people. But there's something just as powerful in the world we live in now about 4 men of color standing on stage together singing Raise a Glass to Freedom, something they can never take away.
Yeah.
No matter what they tell you. And I was listening to it this week and I started crying when I heard that, because I was like, oh my God, there's something empowering and powerful about a woman being portrayed by a woman of color standing on stage and saying, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'm going to compel him to include women in the sequel. Work.
Yeah.
And so there's something incredibly moving about those things that I feel like spans across time, and it's going to continue to do that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything that you said, but just to be just at its core, it's just really fucking good. The music is awesome, and it just to be there is incredible. So I've never loved and wanted to listen to something so consistently in my life. So it's all of that is totally true, and I'm not discounting any of the importance of all of it, but it's also just really good. Yeah. You're not the message is there, but you really have to suffer through Yorktown. No, it's just all really good. It's all there. It's got everything going for it. Good job, Lynn. I wish him the best on all of his future endeavors. Maybe one day he'll really hit on something.
Yeah, I know, right? We got to be hoping for it. He didn't get the EGAT though, which made me so sad.
Yeah, he's fine.
He'll get there.
I think he's all right. Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you just win a bunch of Tonys and
the Pulitzer, I think he's doing okay.
The Academy Award and Grammys, I guess he'll be okay.
He's all right.
No, but it's something that's really great. I just wanted to kind of touch on that of why it was so powerful to you.
Yeah.
What it did that motivated you. And I think it's obvious when you listen to lyrically that whole thing of just this story of I got no words. I'm just talking about Hamilton.
Yeah. Chris, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not listening because you would rather see it? Because I know a lot of people don't want to listen to it until they see it. Is that where you are?
Yep.
Got it.
That for me, that's completely it.
Yeah.
Because I've been in theater. I've done musical theater myself, and I think really that's what it comes down to. I've started listening before, and then I kind of was like, nah. For me, just seeing is going to be able to help connect so much more to I think being able to visualize it the first time the way it was intended to be just consumed,
right,
helps be able to hold that much more weight to something when I hear it again later, and I'm able to recall the memories from it. And so that's really the only reason why.
Yeah.
It's because it's been so freaking popular. It's one, I don't live in New York City. Two, there's only been once or twice that it's come near here to where, and
Not
anytime
even.
I was like, oh, Or no, it's coming.
Atlanta.
Sometime
It's coming
soon,
to Charlotte and Raleigh this year. And I mean, I'm not going to get to see it because tickets are going to be hella expensive.
Well, I think it's already sold out. Like I think that was the thing. Like I kind of looked at one point and it was already gone, or all the tickets were like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I need to pay utilities. Otherwise, I would want to definitely go and see it. So that's something that I'm really excited that, like with musicals, the longer they're out, the more that it becomes accessible to people like in other places, and so I'm still really excited because I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. But it's really just about me wanting to see it, so that when I see it for the first time, it's like I have the effect that other people have had. You know?
Yeah. I hear you.
So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it so bad.
I know. Have you not seen it? I thought you have seen it.
No.
No? Gosh, I think that's the part that is incredible to me. And not just specifically with this. I think that whenever someone has whether it's, it's a piece of art or anything that is able to move someone so much and they haven't seen it, like that, I think to me, that's the part that is exciting. And even if I personally don't have the connection beyond just being super supportive of everything it stands for and all the amazing things I've heard, and hundreds of people that I deeply respect who talk about how much they respect it, it's hard for me to not have that same opinion. But that's the part that is exciting to me, is there are people that have not seen it who have only heard it, and it's changed their lives.
It's unprecedented. I mean, for the time, I mean, a lot of people say before there was Hamilton, there was Rent, and in so many ways that's true. Rent was the show that started the lottery system on Broadway, because kids were sleeping out in the 90s on 41st Street and 7th Avenue, and they were like, maybe not the best idea to have kids in sleeping bags and cutting school and lying to their parents about where they are. Like, maybe we should figure something out. But now there's the internet, and there's people can talk. There's a sense of community that is just different and more amplified than the AOL message boards, the GeoCities message boards that kids were talking about Rent on, and so now it's just a completely different vibe. I mean, there are so many Instagram accounts that all they do is scour the internet for people who've seen the show to see what swings played what roles. In what universe does anyone care who the swings were on stage in the second national tour of a show?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people care about everyone involved, and that has never happened. It's insane. It's insane. I'll never understand it, but I'm just going to keep podcasting about it.
Which is great.
In a couple decades, for Rad Libs, I'll take one of the beloved Hamilton songs.
All right.
And you'll be back for that.
It has to be
Oh,
Guns
you
and
did
Ships.
it again! You keep referencing
I
it.
did?
Yes, you'll be back.
Wow. It seems like it's fate that I see the show, apparently.
I think it is. And, my husband used to say, Gillian, sometimes people just say words.
No,
Sometimes
they don't.
these are phrases that just are like,
It's
wait
fate,
for
that's
it.
what it is.
You'll be back. What comes next? All of these things. And I'm like,
What did
I
I
know
miss?
that. What did I miss? But now they just have a Hamel meaning. It's just now it has all this weight to it. And I'm like, see, now it's a trigger word and it's a trigger phrase. And he's like, yeah, but still sometimes people just say
No.
the term "you'll be back." And I'm like, not
No,
anymore.
they don't.
Not anymore.
This is Lynn's world. We all just live in it.
That's 100% accurate.
That's my theory. Chris, are you scouring for other titles to make another reference?
What are you talking about? You douchebag. I was about to...
I know you
Are
too
you
well.
satisfied? Because I feel helpless. My right hand
no.
man.
Now you're just going
would
through the
do that.
track
Gosh,
list.
The story of tonight has just been how bad you've been. Meet me inside. Oh, I meant. Never mind. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't think I have any more.
Oh.
That would be enough. I did know.
See?
Sorry.
Oh god.
Nonstop. I'm just over and over.
Christopher.
You're in. Oh man. Once you're in, you're gonna be 150 million% in. I could tell already.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
if I need to take a break, just let me know.
See?
And if you need to, just say no to this, and I'll stop doing it. Okay?
No. You should stop.
One last time, though.
Oh my God. I will announce to our listenership though, if in some world Chris sees Hamilton before me, I will die inside.
It would blow us all away.
Oh my God, Chris. All right.
See?
So we're gonna start winding down because we need to at this point. I think Chris has been drinking heavily all night. He needs to chill out a little bit. So, do you have one more in your system you want to get out before I?
I'm trying. I can't find of any other that would be good.
Okay, well,
I'm trying desperately to find for the election of 1800. How can I make a reference to that? But I don't think I've got that. So.
Oh my gosh.
Never until next time.
All right. Well, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, or you have anything else on your mind, we would like to remind you we are not professionals, and if you need to seek help in any way from a mental health professional, please do that. The stigma is bullshit, and you should absolutely, absolutely be treating mental illness in the same way you would treat any sort of physical illness. But if you would like to reach out to us and just kind of let us know how you're doing, you can send us an email at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com, or you can join our best friends group on Facebook. There's always people up in there willing to talk if it's serious, willing to make you laugh if you need to laugh. It's a really, really cool community. You can follow us over on Twitter at @isthis_adulting, find us on Facebook, or make sure you spread the word by subscribing, rating, and reviewing. Gillian can probably tell you. I should just make all our guests tell you. This is a really important thing that people do, and it's awesome when you do it. So it helps spread the word. We would like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Gillian, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored to be a part of this podcast. I think what you are doing is so important and so necessary, and I love how you do it. So thank you so much for including me and welcoming me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for hanging out with us and
always
sharing all about Hamilton, because really, at the end of the day, aren't all podcasts really about Hamilton?
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Oh my gosh. Do you want to remind everybody where they can find you?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can go to thehamilcast.com and get all the information for that there. You can check out the residuals at theresiduals.tv, True Crime Obsessed at truecrimeobsessed.com. I'm just going to give the websites because then you can get all the ats. There are too many at mentions for me to do, so just and at the Hamilcast and all the things. There's a lot. I'm around.
Awesome. Yeah, Gillian's everywhere.
I'm around. You can find me easily.
We ran into each other at an event. No clue she was going to be there.
At CrimeCon. It wasn't an event like, you were like, wait, you're the Hamilton person? I was like, wait, what? We're at CrimeCon? How? Oh, wait, because I have a true crime podcast too, right?
Oh, yeah. You do have that. At least you have that. I don't. But, all right. Well, that is going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Gillian.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They've stayed up late, maybe, and they're tired because they've been up since the election of 1800.
Oh, wow.
How did I know?
That's the best I had. I tried. That was the last second thing.
Oh, my God. All right. Y'all have a good week.
Yeah.
Bye.